Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check 26, check 26, check 3, get it.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
Tight dog.
He'll drop to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Go.
On second down now, it's Hughes. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
What is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
60
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Herndon, his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary leading the surge there as he drops him for a long. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
2nd and long. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra. Guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Stay with your man. Watch the eye. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
He's coming 6'6", pull it high. Five. Get it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah. Dominating it allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
51. And watch that, and watch the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I got you, boy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll drop the throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now back to throw. He's going to fire. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out Okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Callaway, 44 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken very short. Gets around him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 78 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tight down. There you go.
2nd and 10. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. He's got it. That's St. Brown, touchdown Packers. Equanimous St. Brown as time expires in the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right on the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Undercrunch. Hey, switch 80 weapon. Check your hot read. Hey, Sam off. Lucky. Check the backer. Fire.
Now Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Jim. Leo. Whip. Watch the whip. Check it.
After the penalty, it's Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34.
No. Shit. 36.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Ready? 18, Gator. 59. Not here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's able to find Wallace. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
10-2 stop. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, exit.
Second and 11. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second and 5. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball. It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Pulled in at the 24. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jacobs now, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because to front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you should...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They'll try and throw for it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike spoke. 44, Mike, 44.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. 17 yards on the pickup. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means you're receiving.
Remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they'll indeed take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they take a knee. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let him know.
throw here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
50 wants the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
The tackle is back at the 37-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much.